Man, yeah, that was a lot of work. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Oblong Polka Dots and my name is Kerr, and on this channel we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So, if that's something you're into, you've come to the right place. Hola a todos y bienvenidos a mi canal Oblong Polka Dots. Me llamo Kerr y en este canal hablamos de maquillaje, cuidado de piel y belleza. Entonces, si esto es algo que te gusta, has venido al lugar correcto. Ok, no tengo mucho tiempo, que es nueva. Que está nueva. But I do have everything lined up and ready to go. So we're going to actually use this e.l.f. lip oil, and I'm not really sure what this is called. I just know it's an e.l.f. lip oil. I'm pretty sure the name of it is on the bottom, but I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on. So I'm going to start with that and just moisturize the lips. My face is already clean and moisturized. Mi cara está limpia y tiene moisturizer. Okay, so today we're going to be using the Juvia's Place Rebel Honey palette. This is what the box looks like. And then this is what the palette looks like. It does not have a mirror, as I don't think any of the Juvia's Place palettes do. But this is what it looks like. It's a nice fall color story. And although we are creeping towards winter, I wanted to get a couple more fall looks in before we hit all that. So we're going to start off with the P. Louise base. This one is the Rumor 11. It's a brown base. We also have a little synthetic brush here, and we're going to use that to put the base on. And as with the Danessa Myricks color, oh, there was a bubble. So it popped out. As with the Danessa Myricks ones, you don't really need a lot of the pigment from P. Louise. It's pretty pigmented, so you put it on in the same way. And you'll see what I mean here in a second. We're just using this to balance out the color of my lid. So we have a nice even base to apply the shadow. Can you see the difference? Okay, so we're gonna do this side. And then, oh my gosh, there's like air bubbles in here. And it's popping all over the place, making a complete mess. Girl. And we'll do this side. And we're just gonna work that all over the lid. And then on top of this, we will go ahead and throw our shadows. But it's a really beautiful chocolatey brown color. And this just helps to give the shape to the eye that I'm looking for. Ooh, I had a scratch on my face right here. Can you see that? I have no idea how that happened. Good grief. Okay. And then again, a little bit of an angle here as well. And that should be good. All right, so now we are gonna, I can't believe I have a scratch on my face. Like, what in the world happened to me? ¿Qué pasó? Woo! All right, let's start off with the deepest shade for a change. We're gonna actually go in with this one on the outer corner. We're gonna use a little brush for that. And we're just gonna tap it in here. It's got a red brown to it, which I love. And we're just gonna pat that in. I really don't want to do too much with this look today. I just want to see what these colors look like. I mean, I love Juvia's Place, as many of you know, so I have only had a struggle with a couple of her shadows, and that's about it. All the rest of them I've really enjoyed. They're pretty easy to blend. They play well with others. They're pigmented. I just typically enjoy this formula. So we're just kind of coming in at an angle here, and we're just pulling it to about the outer third of the lid. I don't really want to go much further than that. And then tucking it up here a little bit into the crease. We're going to blend this out too. Okay, I think that's good. A little bit more. Un poco más. Because I really want to have like that nice, rich, chocolatey brown kind of outer corner. You know what I mean? So you can see that there. Okay, it's good. Let's set this down. We're going to go in with our next shadow. So I have a fluffy brush here. And then I think that we should try this one right next to it. Let's try this one right here. This kind of mustard color. That's what it looks like. And we're going to tap this right here. We're just tapping it on. Yellow and orange tend to be really difficult colors to formulate. So any brand that can pull it off, bravo to them. I do, though, think that this particular yellow is coming off patchy, even with me packing on the color. So something like this is easy to disguise when you pop a satin or a shimmer or a glitter right on top of it. But yeah, yellows and oranges are just really difficult to formulate. Most brands cannot pull it off. Trying to think of a brand that actually can. You know who can pull it off, or has pulled it off, I should say, is BH Cosmetics. They've done it well. I would venture to say that probably a professional makeup brand like, say, Ben Nye or Kryolan, they also have probably done it. This is more on my skin tone, and also with this base, this is coming up as like a goldenrod. That kind of shade. And I'm really packing in the color, you guys, like a lot. I'm packing on as much as I possibly can because I definitely see patches. I think that's good. Maybe a little bit more right here. And again, we're not blending, we're patting. Pat, 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 pat. Like that. Okay, so let's go in with a fluffy brush, and we're going to try this shade right here, and we're going to blend that into the crease. And let's just see what it looks like. Let's pull it up as far as we can. No. That's a no. I don't like the way that looks at all. Let's see if we can salvage this a little bit. Might have to turn this into a halo eye. Let's go back in with this color right here and see what we can do. That seems to be the most manageable color. And yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I really don't. This is just going to have to be one of those looks. Not every look can be a winner. Sometimes there's a failure. Can't win every time. Well, let's see. What can we do to salvage this? Let's try this shimmery color right here. And we'll see what it does. Oh, okay. Well, I think we have a hero. If it weren't for this shimmery color, I'd be taking this look off right now, you guys. But I think we're going to pull it out. I think we're going to be able to just walk around with our head held high because of this shimmer. Oh my gosh. That was wild for a minute, you guys. This is so crazy. I love this gold. This is really beautiful. What a lovely color. It's so dramatic. I like it against the brown. I like that contrast. It looks really pretty. Girl, for a minute there, I really thought I was about to have to take this off and refilm, which I've only had to do a few times, but it's such a pain in the butt, especially when I don't have a lot of time. What do you think? We good? Should we put a little bit more of the brown back in to deepen up that outer corner? I almost feel like I need to pull from another palette. I really do. I think that outer corner is just not deep enough. Let's see. What can I come up with? I need something a little bit deeper. I don't even know if I have anything over here that's going to be that deep. Well, how about we grab... Let's do this. Hold on. We're going to salvage it a little bit. We're going to grab this and we're going to try deepening up this corner just a little. We'll go like that. Okay, and then let's grab that brush and see if we can kind of like blend it out a little bit and just pull it in. And deepen it up a little. So this little Juvia's Place palette, I don't think that it's one that you would use alone. No creo que si usa eso solo. Necesita usar con una paleta que tiene moreno o negro o un otro color para el ojo, porque los colores están aquí demasiado, no sé, no tiene, necesitamos, necesitamos colores más diferentes en eso y eso. Maybe if it had like a deeper tone or something a little more red or something, there needs to be a difference, a bigger difference, I should say, between those two colors. And then maybe the palette would work better. But for me, I needed something that was like much deeper in the outer corner. And I'm just not getting that from this palette. So yeah, I would say this one is okay. Mi favorito color es, no sé el nombre. No creo que sí tiene nombres, but this is my favorite right here, this one. The rest of them, you saw what happened. All right, so let's just keep going. I think we salvaged it the best we could. Ooh! I'm over here dropping stuff. I think we did the best we could. Let's just finish the rest of the face. So we're gonna clean up a little bit. We're gonna come right here. And we're gonna go straight up like that. And then let's clean this. And here. Yeah, It's okay. I can't believe I scratched my face. I'm still stuck on that. I don't know how I did that. Now pull it up here, just like that. I think it's okay. It's so-so. Not great. Not my best work. But it's good enough for now. All right. Let me stop lamenting for a minute. We are going to go in with a pencil from Urban Decay. Oh, the other pencil I use, un otro lápiz que usa Demolition by Urban Decay. Y eso es Smog by Urban Decay. And we're going to use this to line the lash line up and bottom. I'm going to do it with our eyes closed. Hacemos con los ojos cerrados porque está mucho fácil. Y no, no tiene que media, you don't have to worry about hurting yourself. I'm not sure how to say that. I gotta look that up. This color is like a copper color, sort of. Like a bronzy, coppery color. And I picked it because I thought it would go well with the look. And I think it does. And we're just going to put this here along the lash line. That's better. And I still see a little bit of a mess underneath my eye, so let's make sure that's gone before we lay down anything else. Do you see anything else? No? Okay, so now let's just make sure to grab a clean, fluffy brush. Está limpia y usamos aquí. Y aquí. And the reason we do that is because we want it to have a nice kind of ethereal, well-blended look. We want it to come not as a harsh line, but as a nice diffused look. So we're just going to blend that in a little bit. Okay, mejor. Whew. It's a journey, you guys. All right, so now we're going to go in and do the rest of the face. Let's do it quickly because we are already 18 minutes into this video. So we're going in with the Milani Under Eye Brightener and Conceal and Perfect number 4 Nectar. And we're going to use this to cancel out some of the gray underneath the eye so that our concealer sits nicely on top. We're going to do the same for the melasma on the lip, just to cancel out some of that gray. And then we're going to use a sponge to press it in. And then on top of that, we are going to go in with the e.l.f. Jellypop Dew Primer. I used this the other day and I really liked it. I know that my skin looks very shiny right now, but trust me, it's dry. So I need a primer that's going to really like keep my skin from being dry throughout the day. Especially like especialidad Aquí mi piel está seco, mucho seco, muy seco. Not so much on the sides, but definitely on my forehead. It's very dry skin. I think that's good. See how it's like really tacky? It's like sticky. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so for the face, we are going to use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation in the shade 147W. If we are skin twins, this is my exact shade match. Like exact shade match. It's wild. I mean, exact. Can't stress this enough. I don't come across that too often, so when I do, I tend to buy like a lot of the foundation, like several bottles of it, because I don't know, there's something about my skin apparently that is difficult to match. I'm not clear on why, but that has been my experience. I think I put a little too much on. Tengo un poco demasiado, pero está bien porque cuando usar el polvo, it'll help it to blend out. So I have a little too much foundation on, but when I use the powder, it'll be fine. Yeah, that's good. Let me hurry up, you guys. Honestly, I spent entirely too much time on my eyes. Hold on. There we go. Might have to grab another sponge to sop up some of this because I think I went a little bit crazy. Let's do that. And then for my concealer, I have a new concealer today. Oops, I made a mess. There. Okay. So I have a new concealer today. This one is from Dior, and it is the Backstage Flash Perfector Concealer in the shade 4W. It's this one right here, 4W. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh. It's like a little brush. Okay. Because I'm not familiar with this concealer, I really don't want to use too much. Just going to put on what I think would be the right amount. Tiene mucho amarillo, pero está bien. Has a lot of yellow, but that's okay. And we're going to try it out. This feels to me very similar to the Pat McGrath Labs, but it definitely has a stickier feel to it. Whereas the Pat McGrath Labs is a lot more wet, this one becomes tacky almost right away, which I really like because I would prefer my concealer to be a little bit tacky when I put it on because then it's like just a bit more pigmented. I don't think it's the primer. I think it's the concealer. Ooh. Okay. No me gusta. Wait, concealer. Is concealer masculine or feminine? No me gusta? Wow. Wow. Okay. I like it. Okay, so let's set this really quick before something happens. We're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade number 3. It's this one right here. And we're using a little sponge like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow. I love it. I love it. It's gorgeous. I was not ready for that. I had no idea. I didn't expect it. And yet, here we are. Okay. I like it. It's good. Let's finish the rest of the face. We're gonna use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I love this powder. It is one of my all-time favorites. I've gone through several of these. I've hit pan so many times, but it's because it's just a really fantastic product. It works really well for me. I had stopped using it for a while because I really wanted to try using other products, but in reality, I compare everything to this. It's the best. And it's really inexpensive. I think it's like $3 or $4. So if you're looking for a really good setting powder, I recommend this one for sure. What's next? Let's throw on a blush. I have one here from Black Radiance. It's my favorite blush of all time in the shade Toasted Almond. And that is Toasted Almond. I'm gonna pop this on. Es mi favorito de todo tiempo. Look at that. This is such a beautiful blush. You cannot tell me otherwise. It's perfect for my skin, for my tone. It's perfect. It has been my favorite blush for years and years and years. Like years, you guys. Right up there. A little bit more. Because I like a lot of blush. I do. I can't help it, you guys. I really enjoy it. I don't want to look like a clown, but I really enjoy blush. Okay, let's hurry. Running out of time. Okay, so I also am going to be using the NYX Thick-It Stick-It for my brows. My eyebrows are tattooed, but I do want to add something to them just to kind of make them look a little more something. Can't put my finger on what I'm looking for, but I feel like this product does the trick. Look at that. See what I mean? Like how it just kind of makes it a little more glamorous. Let's set the face with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Spray. Whew. All right, we're gonna let that dry a little bit. And while we're letting that dry, let's do our lips and then we'll finish our eyes. Whew. Okay, so for the lips, we have the NYX lip liner in the color SPL 801 Auburn. I'm going to pop this on. And here. There we go. I like that. And then I'm going to use the NYX Butter Gloss in Raspberry Pavola. So pretty. And then let's finish the eyes really quick. We need a flat brush. We need a flat brush like this. Can you see that? Because we're going to use that underneath the eyes. And we're just going to mirror this look with all the colors that we used, I think. And we're just pulling that right underneath the eyelash. See how it's mirroring the top and the bottom? That's what we're going for. That is the look we want. I'm trying to be careful because this powder has a lot of fallout. And then this one. A little bit more right here, here, and here. All right. Lastly, we are going in with the Tower 28 mascara in the shade Jet. This one, Tower 28. I just opened this the other day and I really like it a lot. Pull this closer so I can see what I'm doing. At first I wasn't sure about this wand, but I get it now. There's just a slight learning curve. You really have to wiggle this wand. It's one of those for sure. Like you wiggle it and then pull. Sometimes you have a wand that's like thicker and you can just kind of brush it through, but this one you have to wiggle it to deposit the product onto the lash. And then you pull the product through the lash so it disperses evenly. And this dries quickly. A little bit more. Okay, that's better. And then the bottom. This kind of look, if I wasn't going to work, I would put on some lashes. Because I think that would really set it off, but I am going to work, so no lashes today. Is that good? Maybe a little bit more. Just a little tiny little bit more. Not a lot. Because this is where I get into trouble. Just trying to do too much. Okay. All right, that's good. Okay, so overall, this palette, not for beginners. I have to say, this palette is for people that have been doing makeup for a while And I would also venture to say that these colors are just difficult to work with. So I would encourage you to put some kind of base on for sure. If anything, I would pop on like a Laura Mercier Caviar stick, the Danessa Myricks pigments, or even like I just did with the P. Louise for sure. Not a lot of blending can go on with this, but a lot of tapping can. Fluffy brush works well with the lighter colors just to blend out at the crease, but ultimately this is kind of a tough palette to work with. That gold though, this one, makes the palette worth purchasing. That's what the redeeming quality of the palette is. So would I buy it again? Yes, for that gold I would. All right, that's it, you guys. I hope that you like this look. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.